Yeah.
Alright guys, tonton dah buat perlawanan kedua.
So yeah, we're excited to see what's going to happen in the next
Verso Time
match
sama kita
between
saksikan
Verso
perlawanan
and
yang kedua.
Homebois. And I'm excited to see what's going to happen.
Saja flavor Skypod.
You know, in those
Tak tahu
10, 15 minutes, I would say the next 10,
Besok
15
dari mana?
minutes in
Rusia?
this match.
Who will it be? Verso for you,
Verso.
right?
Asal dia
And
pergi
now
ni lagi.
Homebois.
What about you?
I'm gonna play it safe.
All right, no, fair
Who's
enough.
gonna win? She will cheer for us.
Yeah.
Alright, drafts are locked in, heroes are selected, and it's time to see if the preparation pays off. Let's send it back to our casters for game number 2.
Mati bodoh
Here
Daniel.
we are. Game number 2 of this best of 3 series already.
Okay, revitalize masih belum dibuka.
Daniel gets out, but oh my, a Fredrin versus a
Revitalize dia buka. Boleh kuda.
Yeah, man, I'm not sure if what's gonna happen here. The sun does come out, and I was going to ask
Stay true ke pak?
about this specific pick.
Tak tahu lah aku Ibat. Stay true ke tu? Turu lah kot.
And gosh, when was the last time we saw this? Well, I can't recall. I know it's been a minute in my time. You know, it's been a while since we've actually seen that. And you know, it's one of those things where if you really lean into it, it could work. But it's one of those picks that's very risky, and I think that's why that last choice for Verso Time, they just went with the Fred. They're like, you know what?
Yeah.
We can play this safe. We can actually dance around these objectives and extend it if we want to, and play into a Claude late game power spike that you know, we should have. And they've got a great front line. They've got a great initiator too. But Castle got the Yuzhong, and
Hero Purify telah digunakan.
have to work with here. Arrow thrown out.
Macam mana ni guys?
Nonetheless, no follow through just yet.
Seram bodoh kan draft pick ni sumpah. Aku macam tak jamin untuk Homebois menang game ni. Kita doakan guys supaya arrow ni kena terus.
Make this more damage centric lineup in the early game work for them.
Yeah. The way that I look at this draft from both teams is that Verso Time have
Betul, telah dimulakan. Black Dragon form juga telah dibuka. Alice masuk menggunakan ulti cantik. Electro final blow. Turtle. Aduh, high loss yang dapat. First Black dapat oleh Emal. Daniel down. Reza down. Double kill dapatkan oleh Yuzhong. Okay, high loss pun down.
In exchange, so it's going to be a trade across the board. Objective going to Verso Time. And again, I'm going to say it, every single time we see a Yuzhong get a lead, that's going to be tough to deal with.
Yeah. In order for Homebois to take advantage of the fact that they have taken down Xeno, is to invade their jungle. But it seems like Verso Time have dealt enough damage for Homebois and bought enough time for Xeno to get back onto taking his own side of the jungle. What's really scary about this Benedetta is it's almost a glass cannon in a way. The way that you risk it. It can be strong in the early game if you are on point, but it can also be disastrous if you just keep on dying.
Well, Daniel down though. Electro final blow.
Well, right now, the Glorious Pathway is just slowing things down so much. Was trying to jump away. Daniel, though, stopped in his tracks, but luckily not enough damage just yet. And that's one of the things about this Verso Time lineup that we were talking about. It's not going to have this early game throughput when it comes to damage just yet. So even though that was a great Glorious Pathway coming out from Boro, they couldn't capitalize on a kill. And so Homebois,
minion ni
what they can. I think by the time they transition into this next turtle, they'll be in a
good
position. Good burn of the flicker there, battle spell down. But, you know, that's one thing. I think they need to fight into the second turtle, and maybe Homebois can start to build an advantage from there.
Yeah. You see that eventually, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like the invasion coming from Aima, I think this is good. This is the way they can play this game. Be oppressive, be invasive with Verso Time. And quietly out there, the Verso Time have already built up 1,000 gold lead. It's mainly because of the overreactions coming up from Homebois. We know for sure that they don't have as good as an early game there is compared to Verso Time. Because we're going to see Verso Time. It's a very holistic kind of draft. A box type strategy that has good early game, good mid game, have a dependable late game. Homebois, they have a higher ceiling.
Gonna force the fight anyway under the turtle. AOG drops down. Rotating happening. Both gold laners staying on the gold lane.
Dapatkan oleh Fedrin, skill of distraction
turtle,
digunakan.
SOD thrown out. Melcury does take it. He follows
Manipulation, 2 down.
Oh no.
Oh, Oh, that was not where you want to be if you're Melcuti. An arrow thrown out, at least to cap out something, to take out Castle. They had to shut him down, and Izanami will get that kill.
Yeah, that's definitely just consolation now
5
for
from
Homebois,
someone.
because that
Passive
was a
HD Bennett
disastrous
jungle
fight
dah
for them.
menyala.
They already lost
Apa dia?
Turtle, they have lost Reza, have lost Daniel, and then Melcuti tries to go for a fight, did not get any kill for the team. In fact, fed a kill for Verso Time. I think that was
Homebois Bennett jungle dah menyala. Ya, samean.
moment for Melcuti. The fact that he is a Moskov that does not actually have to go for fights. I mean, you're happy if you can land the SOD and maybe get a kill afterwards, or safely get some pickups. But if you're risking your life by giving away your lane to your opposing marksman as well, really not doing a great job. And Melcuti has to really make up for that. Homeboys have lost so much ground in the first 5 minutes because of their bad decisions.
Yeah, I almost wondered what if he just didn't use SOD and just kind of check things out. Definitely wouldn't have had this lead build up even further. Not only that, but Verso March now has a bit of an advantage against Melcuti, obviously, and as a Claude, you can play into having that advantage against Moskov. Ooh, RWM catching Izanami. Great usage here for Kojic to use that ultimate, capitalize on a kill. Wow. Amal might be in trouble. What a petrify! Black Dragon form going to be used too.
Amal down.
Tries to go and fight this in a 2v1, but Amal will fall as well. Reza, too late to this fight. Might just be able to go ahead and stall out that push on the tier 1 top. But Turtle's up, and Verso Time balloons the lead nearly to 4,000 gold.
How about that juggle coming up from Zeno as well as Castle? I mean, they have spent so much resources, but that was Amal that they were able to take down. This means that this turtle will be free. And that's a perfect word. They will balloon this lead so much.
I like balloons.
Yeah. And it's difficult to pop now. I mean, they do have this Benedetta, but it seems like it's not in the right place now, Homebois.
Yeah, this is one of the things here, Wolf, is again, they're going to go switch the lanes up. They get more space to work with as the turrets fall down. Oh, Castle might be caught here in a bad position. It's actually still going to be able to survive it with the heals from, again, this Yuzhong kit when you have this. And it helps so much.
Macam nak mati tu kan macam tu. Fred tu sumpah. Draft ni kan. Sumpah tak membantu langsung. Selena mid. Lawan hero tebal, lepas tu kau lepaskan Yifu. Legit kicap. Lepas tu lawan high loss pula memang tebal-tebal. Siapa je bodoh nak pecahkan batu-batu ni guys. Memang tak ada lah geng.
Gonna fight for it. That's exactly what they want to do. Like Dragon Form already going to be used. Amal trying to get to the defense, trying to
cukup damage tu.
Reza as well. No one
Mengharapkan Mel lah.
A bit messy, and at least up top, Melcuti will be able to push in a turret up top. The tier 1 finally falls.
Look to be a really good pincer coming out from Verso Time.
Tapi kalau Homebois menang game ni keajaiban tu ni.
Good news. Like I said, Melcuti is able to farm up top. However, Zeno already prepared for the storm. Chastise Pauldron is the second item for Zeno. I wonder if he has his blade armor up right now, because if you combine those two items together, now that is an anti-Moskov item set for Zeno. Zeno does not need to really counter the Moskov as of this moment, because the Moskov is not hitting him anyways, but they have prepared for it. And I wonder if Homeboys themselves are going to punish that. Maybe they can allocate magic damage against Zeno if they can. But let's see.
Fighting for this Lord here. They're going to keep Melcuti down there. Castle is there as well. Not sure if he's actually going to try to force that fight in the 1v1. It looks like he is going to go for the fight anyway. An SOD thrown out.
Mati
it's going to miss though. Lord's going to go for the reset. And
tak sempat AOG pun guys.
Going to be used. Melcuti's going to lose this 1v1 unless
double
he gets
kill.
away, and that he does. But his team
mati.
is getting decimated on the other side of the map as a
jadi apa ni guys?
For Verso March. And Verso Time will now make their way to go ahead and solidify this Lord take, as Izanami can only just throw out abyssal arrows to stop Verso Time from going further.
Homebois might not have faced the Dragon Yu Zhong in that Lord fight because Mel Cutie was fighting up against Castle. Almost died, but fortunately had to flicker. Even after the ultimate and petrify commitment from Castle was scary that he did not land the
10
SLD, so he
from
cannot get out
Yen.
from the
Saiful,
Yu Zhong,
jom
but
pergi
eventually he
makan.
was able to get out. However,
Thank you,
Homebois,
Yan.
they were taking care of this
Anin,
Fredrin, but they forgot how to control Mark.
Betul
Mark
juga makan
had a
Saiful
triple
pula.
against Homeboys, and there's so much damage that's coming out from this cloud
Black counter
already.
Bennett.
At 10
Wah,
minutes in,
counter Bennett ke?
I would wager he
Boleh
has
lah.
his ultimate, his 3-item power spike already available. The fact that he was able to take on Reza, and honestly, this cloud pick coming up from Verso Time is just paying so much dividends. It has good scaling, great damage profile against Homeboys.
Daniel should be able to get away if he has to burn the AOG, and that he does. Chasing him down, they'll get a flicker out from Reza. Right now, Verso Time playing with his 7,000 gold lead. They'll take what they want in the tier 2s. Shields are up. They're going to pop here in the mid and the bottom, and Lord makes its way up top as Verso Time gets ready to potentially end the game with this type of lead, this type of push. I'm not sure if Homeboys is even ready in fighting form to deal with this. Daniel again getting shredded down, and whoa! Goodbye, Amal. He jumps into his own death. The Lord's going to charge into the turret. The mid's already going to fall. Castle leading charge.
Aku tak boleh nak kata apa-apa guys. Sebab tak tahu macam mana cara dia nak menang. Aku tak ada nampak jalan.
So at least this, but the push in the bottom, can they continue on with just one?
Lawan batu-batu duk. Tak ada boost.
Another wave in the mid, pushing Daniel once again, bringing brought low. AOG's is found to heal up, and Mel Cutie as well. Base takes a little bit of damage here. Black Dragon form going to be used. They're going to push him off the base. Verso Time sees the win inside. They have to manage these waves. As Daniel's gone, they get a huge setup though.
Raging duet.
Duet's going to be used, and now Amal
GG dah guys.
Castle. Can he get more?
Ayo, berat guys.
Oh, Amal falls down,
Ini totally kalah draft ni guys. Serius. Siap buka lagu dah geng. Yang seksa bodoh ni. Tuan-tuan dan puan-puan, Malaysia terpaksa akur 2-0. Wah, ini tak berkutik ke game 2 ni, sumpah. Jadi korang jangan lupa like, comment, share, bagi pendapat korang pasal game kedua ni. Macam mana, apa pendapat korang. Yang paling penting korang jangan lupa untuk subscribe guys. We're gonna see you guys on the next video.
Every aspect of the game. Early game was theirs.
Sayang.
Game was theirs, and of course, we did not even reach
2000 kali sayang kawan-kawan. Macam mana ni guys? Tiada lagi game Malaysia guys.
From someone, 2 tim balik serentak senang nak jaga dalam satu flight.
Macam betul juga tu.